Hello everyone, welcome again. In this Python tutorial, we are going to learn some of the key methods in dictionaries. So in the previous tutorial, we have already covered about a dictionary, what are dictionaries, and how you can add, remove, or access items from the dictionary. Let's cover some of the more key methods that you might be using in your Python programming and in Selenium automation. So these methods will be pretty handy, and understanding these and practicing these is very important when you are learning Python. So I'll copy the same file, so dictionary demo file, and paste it here, and I'll name it as a dictionary methods. Okay, so now let me close this old file. I'll remove all of the dictionaries that we have defined and just keep one here. And then let me remove all these points as well, and I will copy all the methods that I'll be covering as part of this tutorial. So let me copy and comment out these. Okay, so now here I have a dictionary which has two key value pairs within it. So this is the QA environment or the test environment example that I took. The key is also a string and the value is also a string. So key is QA, key is UAT, and the value is test URL and UAT URL. I'll add one more value there. So say for example, I'll have a pre-prod environment, and the value for that will be pre-prod URL. Okay, so this has three values within it, and the variable that holds this dictionary is demo dictionary 2. Alright, now we'll start with the get. So get will return the value for the specified key in the dictionary. Specified, so what it will do is it will basically whatever key you will provide. So for example, I want to access the value associated with pre-prod, which is the key, so it should return me the value of the pre-prod key, which is basically pre-prod URL. So if I want that particular value, so I can say print and then a demo dictionary 2 and dot get. Right, pretty simple, easy, and just provide the key for which you want that particular value. Okay, so if I'll print it now, let me run this, you will see pre-prod URL is printed. Right, so whatever value you are looking for, you simply provide, you use the get method and provide the key for the value that you're looking for, then that will return you the value of that particular key. Then keys returns a copy of the dictionary keys. So say for example, you have a requirement, you want to see how many keys are there and what exactly the keys are within the dictionary. So in that particular case, what you can do is you can simply use the method keys. So I can say dot keys, and it will return all the keys. So in this particular case, it will return QA, UAT, and pre-prod. There are three keys. So let me run it, and you will see it has returned a list of keys only. So QA, UAT, and pre-prod, and this is list that has been returned. Right, you can see the square brackets. That's the list that has been returned. Now if you use the item, so dot item, so what it does, it returns a copy of the dictionary's key value pair. So let's see what it returns. It will return the key value pair. So if I say dot items and run it, you will see that it has returned the list, and the list contains tuples. Right, so you can see this bracket is containing the key and value, which is tuple. So it has the list which contains the tuple of all the key value pair within the dictionary. So if you say dot items, it will return all the items within the dictionary as a list which contains the tuples. Right, now if you say values, what values does is it returns a copy of the values in the dictionary. Okay, so let's say if I want to use values and run it, so what it does is it returns the values only. So it has returned not the keys. So keys return the keys of the dictionary. So whatever key value pair you have within the dictionary, keys method will return the keys of those, and values method will return the values of the value associated with the keys within the dictionary. So in this particular case, you can see it has written test URL, UAT URL, and preprod URL, which are the values that are associated with the keys within this particular dictionary, right? So pretty handy methods. You will be using them a lot. So for example, I just want to pull out all the values, and then the values will be returned as list, and then I can manipulate our list and get the appropriate value that I'm looking for, right? So I'll be covering these methods as we go along in the automation with the real example where you will be using these. But even if you're not using all of those in the automation, it is very, very helpful and easy to learn all these concepts, because you might be, when you know something, you might be able to apply those when you have a particular scenario or a problem that you need to solve for, right? So that is why I'm covering these methods, so that it's easy for you to learn and learn a little bit in deep, learn a little bit deeper concept, so that you can apply them on the ground when you are doing the automation. So now moving on to the next method, which is the pop method. So pop method removes the item with the specified key. So say for example, I want to pick a value, right? So say for example, I want to get a UAT. So what I can do is I can provide the key UAT, and then it will pop that particular value that is associated with the UAT key. So you can see UAT URL has been printed. Now moving on to the next one, which is PopItem. So PopItem, what it does is it removes the arbitrary key value pair. So what it means is whatever key value pair is available at the time of execution will get removed. Now from Python 3.6 and prior, dictionaries were unordered, so there was a possibility that the last item could be any item that you put within the dictionary. But after 3.7, dictionaries are ordered. So now if I'll use PopItem, then it will only remove the last value that is present in the dictionary when we define the dictionary. So if I say .PopItem, then it will remove this particular item from the dictionary. So if I run this, you will see that preprod and preprod URL has been printed. Now if you're using Python 3.6 and prior, then there might be possibility that you get the value you printed as UAT URL or QA URL, depending on at that particular time of execution, whatever value, arbitrary value it will pick, that will get printed, right? So that's what the PopItem does. Then in terms of update, so what update does it? It adds the specified key value pairs to the dictionary. So if I want to add a new key value pair to the dictionary, I can use the update method. So I can say demo dictionary 2 dot update, and in update I will provide the key value pair, right? So I can say curly braces, and say for example I want to have the prod as key and the value as prod URL. Okay, so I want to insert this or add this value to this demo dictionary 2. So now if I'll print this demo dictionary 2 after updating, then I'll have 4 values in the dictionary. So you'll see QA URL, UAT, preprod and prod URL got added to the dictionary. Okay, so that's what the update method will do. Now copy as is very straightforward. It will return a copy of the dictionary, and clear will remove all items from the dictionary. So say for example I want to copy a dictionary, so I can say demo dictionary 2 and then dot copy. So it will return a copy of the dictionary, which I can assign to a new dictionary variable. So demo copy, and if I'll print it now, so let me print demo dictionary 2 and demo copy. So you'll see both the dictionaries will have same values. So you can see a copy has been created, and that copy, when we printed, it has exact same values. Now if you want to clear the value, so clear method will remove all the elements from the dictionary and will return an empty dictionary. So here, after printing demo copy, let me clear demo copy. Okay, so demo copy dot clear, and this will clear all the items, and after clearing, if I print demo copy again, I will get the blank or empty dictionary. So this is the demo dictionary 2. This is the copy of it, and after clearing all the items from the copy, this is the empty dictionary that has been printed on my console. Okay, so these are very simple and easy methods for the dictionaries that you might be requiring or using very frequently into your Python programming or test automation using Selenium and Python. So as I move along with Selenium and Python, I will explain you whenever I come across usage of these dictionaries method, then I'll explain you the actual practical usage within the Python programming and Selenium automation with Python. So that's all for this particular tutorial. I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.